All right, we're gonna make some salmon. I line my pan with some foil for cooking purposes, but also for somewhat of a cleanup. I cut a couple lime to put on the bottom so that the skin won't stick. But it's iffy because sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna do it this time since I have some lime. So I just slice them up so they can kind of be the layer at the bottom. And then that way my salmon can cook all the way around in the oven. My oven, which is not on, but needs to be, 425. And I just randomly lay them down because I need to see how big the actual salmon is. And then I'll arrange it under there. I always get its skin on because I like the skin of it at the bottom. I use some Caribbean style jerk marinade. I put that along the bottom, and then I'll show you what I do at the top. It has a little spice, but with the Caribbean part of it, it gives us some sweetness as well. I want the bottom of my salmon to have some seasoning, some flavor. Pour this on the bottom. So I just put the lime pieces under there. Just to keep the skin from sticking and to give it kind of some rotation under there. Now this sauce on the side is not in vain. This little brush, and I put it back on there. But I also season it more anyway. I just don't want the excess that came off of me trying to put it on the bottom to just sit there. I'm still gonna use more, but I also like to use the jerk seasoning. This, I just take a spoon, I put it all over the top. I'm at the end of my jar. I'm at the end of the jar, so I just get it all out, lay it on top, and then I spread it out. I could use this jar with the size salmon I've been getting maybe 2 to 3 times. So obviously this is my last time, that's why I don't mind it touching the fish. However, if I were using it for the first time or maybe the second time, knowing it would be some left, I would make sure not to touch the fish and dip it back into the container. Cross-contamination.
Yeah. Jamaica. Yeah. Tropical breeze. Top 5 style.
And then I'm going to use just a teensy more of this on top. So to keep that marinade I just laid on top. I like to use some sazon. Some may think I heavily seasoned this or overly seasoned it, and it's all good. You use the seasonings you enjoy. But this way, it has some great flavor. I think sazon has become one of my favorite seasonings. That's just how it goes. All right, so it's juice falling off to the side, but it's nicely covered, and that's all good. And I put it in there for like 30, 35 minutes because I like my salmon cooked medium well, so that way when it has to warm up, it's not dry, it's still moist. So this is how I make my salmon. Nice and moist. How do you make your salmon? Let me know in the comments.